Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing? Happy Thursday. It's Thursday, and on Thursday, we talk about the beauty. Why we are talking about the beauty, I have no clue. But nevertheless, always happy to have you guys here and support us. Be sure to hit that like button and let us know your thoughts on the show so far. Ashley, how are you feeling today? And are you ready to get into the beauty?
I'm feeling good. I made that waterless chicken soup. It was amazing. Yeah, I'm having a great day. How are you?
Never heard of it. What that mean?
Girl, it's delicious. You make a whole chicken soup without any water. It's just vegetables, chicken, and your seasonings. It was amazing.
But isn't it like
Incredible.
just baked chicken though?
No,
Yeah.
it makes a whole soup. It literally makes an entire
So it's
broth.
just
Like
stewing. It's because you have like all of your like it's festering in those juices and you're not so
from
no
the
broth, no
vegetables.
nothing.
Exactly. It's
Just
all from the
huh,
vegetables. Yeah.
okay.
Delicious.
Waterless chicken soup. We're being in TikTok streets because I ain't heard of that one. But starting where we always start, thank you guys once again for being here. Um Ashley, overall thoughts?
I don't care. Like I am so beyond with this show. I just finished, literally just finished it before we started this. And I honestly thought that this episode was really good. I thought this in comparison, um, I thought start to finish, this was a fairly decent episode, honestly. It's just by the time we get to this point, I'm just so exhausted. Ryan, I'm so exhausted with you that even when something makes more sense, it's not having the same impact. Honestly, last week's episode, this week's episode should have been placed very early in this series. It would have made so much more sense. It would have pulled the story together more. I enjoyed the journey of the two lab assistants or scientists. I thought that was fine. And that's probably the part of the story that I resonated with the most. I didn't
Yeah.
give a damn about Ashton hunching on the plane. I didn't give a damn about Ashton and Isabella having their tete-a-tete. I don't care anymore about them, but I thought this part was decent.
That is my issue as well. Who decided the order of the episodes? It's really odd. I feel like it was a creative choice because they felt like they were doing something major, especially with the aha moment they tried to do at the end of this episode. Like, remember that? It's making the pacing in the show feel really stagnant. It's like we're not moving because from episode to episode for like maybe the past three, we've been in the same exact time zone and space, and we haven't progressed at all. And I don't know. I can't even count Cooper and old baby over there that I be want to call Jackson so bad. What's her name, Ashley?
Jordan.
Jordan. That was, so brief and didn't really go anywhere either. So we haven't really gotten to go with them on their journey. It just feels like we aren't moving. This wasn't a bad episode. When I tell you I can do without Ashton, Ashton is the bane of this show's existence, whether they know it or not. Ashton is ruining the experience for me. And y'all don't have a whole lot to go on to be trying to ruin anything. There's not a lot of room here. You need to savor what you have. And what you do have, it's being, played to the background so y'all can feature Ashton more. And I was trying to figure out at this point in the episode, I was like, what's different from here than maybe those first, three episodes or the one where I thought we were getting, I was like, oh, those are the ones where we didn't really center Ashton as much as we have maybe in these past couple of episodes. And I can't even count the other one because it was Ashton, but baby, that was Vincent. That was Vincent. So that's not the same. It's very off putting the way that he's portraying our bad guy here. It's just nothing. So, yeah, but let's get into Beautiful Patient Zero. Review Kiki Palmer, The Burbs new show. Yeah, I gotta watch that too. I
I
actually watched
haven't watched it yet. If you were in the Discord, a couple people watched it with me.
it.
It's a fun casual watch.
Now, Byron, the mad billionaire. This could be a really interesting character, even with how shallow the writing is. The right actor can do something with this because we've seen this before. This is very copy and paste. Rich man, oh my god, it's like, oh my god,
Yeah.
rich billionaires are bad. Who knew? So that's to be expected. It's about what you do with it. Last episode, and I'm not getting any, shock and awe at the behavior, him having no compassion for the next person, throwing around his power. When he told that man to call him a god and bow, I was like, what are we doing here? I said, what are we even doing here? He's not even smart, though. As much as we could get into this villainy, I'm so glad Vincent isn't here because Vincent could never do this. It wouldn't even come off like this. He just feels like an idiot who wound up with some money. However you got it, you got it. But I thought from the last episode where we decided to save Doc as an asset, we knew what he was worth and what he meant to our health in general because you don't know what you took. You don't know anything. You just know you wanted it all to yourself. You took out everybody else who took it, and yeah, I'm gonna profit off of it. Then why would you try to threaten to kill him so often in this episode? Like, yeah, you're useless. I can buy another one of you. Like, yeah, having money is one thing, but science is another. Like, through all the research and what it took to even get this virus active to why you don't look like you used to, why would you try to pretend in this episode that he's that disposable? Ugh. I don't know, Nikki B. He doesn't even give me like psychopath right. It's just something empty about it. I don't know. But this entire replay value that's happening here, where it's like literally replay, I think we know more about the virus and how it's transmitted and what you can and can't do than anything. I feel like we're reiterating the same things, even though it's, different characters and we're doing time jumps to the beginning, what have you. It's well, yeah, no kissing, no sex is going to be transmitted this way, and we're having to digest it again via Byron because he's not understanding. So what do you mean I can't do and say as I please, or this is something that's unstable and I have to maintain it? Also, you do have the use because after however many days, I'm gonna spontaneously combust unless we get a stabilizer. And that's there for him, but he's trying to use this as a vessel to kind of hand out this virus, like pick and choose who he wants to give it to, quote unquote, his friends, those people that he was speaking of, whenever we were getting to Beauty Day. I don't know when Beauty Day is happening, but yeah, just threatened to not stabilize. So he's also using him for that. But if I'm not mistaken, Doc said episodes ago, your body's becoming a bit resistant to that. It's like, well, yeah, just increase it. But the whole like idiotic, like it's so unappealing. Like I was trying, like I got so annoyed with Ashton, and I don't want to be that. I want to, because we're spending more time with him. I just want to see more because this is copy and paste. But I just feel like with Ashton, he doesn't have the capability to do something with this type of character beyond what we're getting in this show. Ashley.
I mean, Ashton, he never gave range at all. But my question is that when we do meet original Byron or whatever, played by Vincent D'Onofrio, he's communicating on a different level. Of course, he comes with the bravado and brashness of like a megalomaniac, but he wasn't a dummy. He wasn't an idiot. And so it makes you question, like, did something happen when you turn into the beauty? Like, do you lose some brain cells? Do you lose some acumen? Because at this point, he's the only person, he's the one who engineered the beauty. Why would you, unless it was just an assertion of power, like, you know that I own you, know that I can ruin you in a heartbeat, and now you have to appeal to that. I don't know. This was very crass and gratuitous, as is a lot of Ryan Murphy. But I don't really feel like it served a purpose in the moment. I didn't need to see Ashton hunching that lady. I did not need to, for the STD to be revealed again. We know about the STI, baby. We knew
Yeah.
that. And I think the issue with the ordering of the episodes is that this would have been a far more impactful way for us to learn about the transmission than the
Episode
way they
one.
presented it originally. You know what I mean? I think that would have painted the full picture because now it feels like redundancy. Because
Yeah.
why are we rehashing this over and over and over again? We, at this point, as the viewer, know more than our lead character in the moment. And that can make it, you know what I mean? That makes it a little bit weird.
Yeah.
I really was interested in hoping that we were going to get more from the doctor. Like, because
Yeah.
outside of the money, what's your real reason? Like, what's your real why? Why are you so invested in this? It would have been super cool if he had done this to set the rich folks up. Like, yeah, I knew exactly what this was gonna do. I knew you had 798 days remaining uh to do this. I think that would have brought a level of intrigue and mystery into the story that could have been cool. But right now, I mean, Byron's got the funds to pay for whatever he needs to. He's not in real fear. His biggest thing or biggest issue, which again wasn't, if I think that I'm going to spontaneously combust in 700 days, I'm not just going to be angry. I'm going to be fearful. I'm going to be scared. There should have been such a range of emotion, I think, demonstrated there. But then outside of that, this is about my money. I'm trying to go
Yeah.
to market in 6 months. So I don't really care about me living or not. That's fine. But we got to get this marketable and ready to produce.
Um,
That's the part that I was like, really? You did all this to be young so that you could operate and live, this extended life. And now you all of a sudden aren't really scared about that. So much so you're willing to take out the person that could the only one that could help you. Yeah, I was over this whole
yeah.
introductory scene.
I was done when they shot that lady quicker than they could onboard the plane. I was like, just shoot. It's like, oh yeah, doesn't matter. Pow. So yeah, this flight attendant is one thing. You killed a whole room full of billionaires, and I guess there's no consequences because you're the richest of them all. But it's like a lot of people, regardless of who you are, you don't get this far being an idiot and being like this incapable and having zero understanding of the small. So what is it like? What do you mean, like HIV? Like what? So am I gonna like die? So what does that mean? So what I need to do now? Well, fix it, do something. I'm like, you're the richest man in the world, via that title. Come on. I don't know. But as soon as we got off the plane, and before we hear him dock up for the third or fifth time, we had to have a little interlude and get into I said, Ryan,
I said a dance number. That's exactly. I said,
we
oh, okay,
had
it's a musical.
we,
Mm-hmm.
we had a little dance number. Ashley, why the spontaneous dance number?
Because he's got a flair, mama. He has a flair for the dramatic and he likes this stuff. Even at one point when Byron and his wife, Isabella Rossellini's character, have that moment and she flounces out, I was like, Ryan, just stop. Just stop. Maybe it was to break up the seriousness. Maybe it was a little
I was
moment
say
of
what the
relief.
tension because there was
Girl,
never
I
any.
don't know why he does the things that he does. Apparently, it tickled his fancy. He thought it was pretty. He liked it. It did nothing for me, Tyra. How about you? Why did we need a
I thought it
spontaneous
was
entry?
supposed to be symbolic, like Flossie, jazz hands of how cavalier Byron is, dancing through life and serious. How he's taking this, like I'm just that rich. But I was like, Ryan, this does not belong here. Please. Please, and Ashton, it was very very awkward. I was like, I love a good fat boy slim Christopher Walken moment, if you will, but not here, not in this way. It's not right. I was like, did something happen? I say, oh, it's just because Ryan said, y'all know I love a good musical, right? Let me pop in and give y'all a little gay. Jazz hands. Okay, Ryan. Cool. Cool, Ryan.
It's a glee
But
moment. It's a glee
yeah,
moment.
it's a
Come on.
Glee moment. I had to bring it up, but like we've seen it done, especially like in an American Horror Story. We would have like the musical esque episodes. It fit. It doesn't fit in this context. This could be so good. This could be so good. This is where I need Ashton's character to reside. If he was diabolical but tortured, that would be really interesting. We can do something with tortured. And I've never been able to reach the heights of whatever I've been trying to prove myself because via wifey, here you go again. I love how she was just so unimpressed. After I figured out it's still Byron with your third nipple. Okay, what's next? Because I don't care. I still don't want you. I don't want to sleep with you. I don't want your jizz. Say, yeah, come get this jizz, girl, and you can be young too. Like what? After we just already went over the whole once you give it to somebody, it's diluting what you have. It's a diluted version of that. And the lifespan is even shorter. Like, give it to me for what? Yeah, then I might want you again. The question is, why would I ever want you? And from what they say, they're talking about pills and her giving birth and whatever happened. This has been an unhappy marriage from the beginning. That's what they said, the wedding night, the honeymoon. I was like, what? It's always been miserable. But her saying, like, you're always trying to attach yourself to the next best thing because despite all your efforts, you've never been smart. She said your hair's uneven. You've never had brilliance. You don't lie there. So you try to attach yourself to it to impress who? He really wanted to impress her. Not just her, but everybody. I want my name to ring out. The money isn't good enough. He wants notoriety, and he feels like this could be the thing to put him on the map that Byron presented. Yeah. Once again, stealing it, overhauling it from the doctor, killing everyone. It's none of that. Like, what I hate in a scene is when you have someone, oh, not if I stop you first. I'm going to go to the police now and tell them what you're doing. Like, no, ma'am, madam, what we're not going to do is tell him what I'm about to do.
I'll
We're not
scream.
I'll
Yeah.
scream. We're not gonna do that. That kind of took away from the scene, but I like when they have conflict, even though Ashton is not the same as us being in, and it's crazy. We had literally 5 minutes with Vincent, if that, as far as real camera time and dialogue, but it left such a mark as for what could have been. Like when he's sitting here talking about their marriage and how dense and dull and sexless and lifeless and those kids. Yeah, everything's just pathetic. This is the best thing that we could do. Maybe get young again and I might want you. Yeah, I don't want that. And she's just content with aging gracefully. I've done my things with that and I'm over it. I really don't give a damn about even being your wife. We're just existing at this point. What I'm going to do is stop your little diabolical plan. I don't know what she's going to do to stop it and who she's going to tell. Am I, Sarah Laurent circa 1980, whatever? Okay. This they tried. I see Ryan tried to do a little transition with him giving his Steve Jobs speech, Bill Gates moment on the stage. We really tried something with that, and it wasn't a bad scene. It had props, but it's just Ashton's delivery just disconnects me immediately. Ashley.
Life's a stage and we're mere players. I was like, okay, all right. He's fighting for his life. He's defending his dream and who he is as a person because I have to perform. I have to put on this mask. And I have to go out. I have to be somebody, mama. Um, Here's where it gets me. I think when you have competent, capable actors in a scene and the other scene partner is not so much, this is when it's glaring. This is when it's so telling because she's delivering all of her cues. Like she's delivering every single thing. Like, no, there's nothing you could ever do. Like, ugh. And there was like a void, right? There was something just very vacant in his response and his delivery, in my opinion, with her as a
Yeah.
scene partner, and it just kind of took me out of the moment. Also, again, this juxtaposition of her in the audience, judging him, viewing him, all of that, and he's in this, single light shot, on the stage as if he's the center of this attention and he's the one that's, I think, being judged in this moment. It is what I'm deducing from what they were trying to convey in this moment. You always judge me. I've always felt judged by you. All of these things, I just don't care. Like again, tortured would work. If I
Yeah.
could get anything from him around, even if he cared about his damn kids, but he's like, I'm not going to stay around. Somebody's going to need to be here for them, and it's not going to be me. It was like, even if that was like his Achilles, if there was something that we could have gotten from here that explained why he's so miserable and terrible, but there wasn't. It was just empty. It was superficial. It was like that. Like, I'm just, no, no bueno. She looked good though. I love the colors.
Yeah.
Like I was like, girl, you better flounce on, take your train
You
and
see, the dress
exit the
was
building.
out,
But
covering like 50% of the stands.
yeah, but I just, it's and like there could be some compelling stuff here. Like it could work, right? Because how did we get here? Why were we always there? Was this an arranged situation? Like, was this business? Was this strategic? And
It
how
was the
are we here
money.
now? It gives there was never any flame or fire, and how dull his delivery is. There's not even like the heat of hate, you know?
Yeah.
Like, because I know we talked about last week the scene kind of feeling like War of the Roses. There was heat there. There was heat because there had once at one point in time been passion. So now that's turned into this anger and this whatever. I didn't even feel that from them. This feels like a mother and a child talking to me every single
Very
time.
much. I was gonna say that he gives off son because
Yeah.
when she like brutally rebuffed and rejected, even on the transition to the stage, it's like you'll see, all of you're gonna see. I'm gonna be someone. I'm gonna prove myself,
Somebody,
mom.
mama.
You're not real, man. You're not my dad. Like it's very childlike, even in the way like okay, we do something like this and commit full crime because I want to F like a rabbit on a plane. Like we couldn't even board the plane good enough before we hitting up. I want to do that, and I want my name to be out there, and for other people to believe that I did this. That's
Yeah.
it. That's very, very dry. I wish he was tortured. And I hate that we already know how small he is as far as a man. Normally it's like a reveal, like, oh, it was all of this, and we get to the end of the season. You're just so small, a minute piece of a man. It's just like, no, you're already small, and we ain't even went nowhere with you. No, we can't. I would love for him to like to present a certain way, and then normally with the character breakdown, you have it slowly peel away at how these things trigger. Have this hard shell, but on the inside, you're nothing but a boy, and you're tortured, and you long to impress even somebody that you claim to care about. No, we just trash. Trash. Yeah. But I love her color palette. All of these. She loves a good pink, good fuchsia. Every episode. And then we get here. Misunderstood and misgendered. This would have been a really great way to present the virus. I was like, well, why wasn't this episode 1? Like, what are we doing? I think I'm gonna say whoever, Ryan and friends, they had a hard time trying to decide what they wanted to focus on. And for whatever reason, they wanted to present the virus through the POV of our FBI agents, when that was the wrong decision. Yeah. Because they have been the furthest from my mind. That should have been like a side plot. Not that we don't love a good Evan Cooper moment, but that could have been Evan Cooper. Who's Evan Cooper? That could have been a good side plot. I'll put both of their names together.
Names. Listen, I'm giving him names.
Because Evan Peters and Cooper, Officer Cooper, Agent Cooper. They should have been the side. This could have been really good. And a sector of the audience, this felt very like, where are my TikTokers at? Where are my people in transition? Where my people at? Be who you are for your pride type energy. This felt like a little bat signal and a little calling card. And I like that it kind of felt, once again, rinse and repeat with Mike. Mike wasn't as much of an like incel, He-Man Woman Haters Club like a Jeremy, but Mike in this episode is giving, but I'm a nice guy. I try so hard. I try to be nice. I try to be genuine. I sit with her. We spar and share all this banter, but she won't even go out with me. Like, but that's that, nice guy ship in his first syndrome. Like, but I'm a good guy, but I'm nice to you. I'm trying. Meanwhile, you don't have a life. We having our little, everybody just hand jobbing, and no, there's no prospects for you in life if you look like Mike and Clara. Like, I was like, y'all are trying the most with what's considered, beautiful. But with Mike and Clara, mostly Mike, it's like a confidence issue. You don't believe in yourself, so nobody else is. But meeting that and him feeling just inadequate as a man and longing for companionship. We also have Clara. Clara is in the later stages of life, trying to begin taking hormones and transition. Clara said, the wife and kids, they over there, love them the same. But at this point in my life, I want to be who I am. But it's taken a very long time when I've already tried to build up so much courage at this point in my age to get to be who I really want to. Now I have to wait for some additional things, costly, expensive things to kick in. And meanwhile, I'm continuing to present as a man, and I feel like I'm being misgendered. And I really wish we had something to speed it up. This was interesting. Was it the best thing I've ever seen? No, but this holds more weight to me than our fire starter intro. We could have still had the fire starter, fine. You want to put Bella Hadid in there, be cute. But after the Bella Hadid, you give us this, and then episode 2, you give us Cooper and Jackson.
Jordan. Girl, I'm gonna get a name tag.
Jordan. You give us Cooper and Jordan investigating what occurred here.
Yeah.
We didn't need to repeat the same thing over and over. But Ashley, how did you feel about this?
I think he got too many episodes. That's how I feel. No. I feel like Ryan Murphy gets carte blanche because he got 18 series on at the same time, and about to air another one tonight. Shameless plug, American Love Story. All right. But no, Ryan has the ability to win me over anytime he presents relationships, partners, people who have a lot of times non-romantic interest in each other. This is where he gets me. I like the partners. I like Anthony Ramos's character and Jeremy. Love that over there. That was what was making me sit through the early episodes of this. I was like, oh, okay, wow. When he does it, he can do this right. And I enjoyed Mike and Clara. I liked that they both were at this certain place in their life and they spoke to each other in ways that were going to encourage and uplift them. I liked their dynamic. I liked ultimately Mike, like, if I do it for me, I'm going to do it for you too, Clara, because we in this thing together. Like, I like a
Mm-hmm.
friendship moment. I like a buddy moment where we can grow and evolve. Ryan can win me. Pose. Pose is all about relationships. And you
Yeah.
win me over every single time when you do that, Ryan. When you act like you care just a little bit about the characters in their interaction. And like you said, was it the best storyline that I've ever seen? No. But was I able to connect with it? Absolutely. Did I feel for both of them? Absolutely. Give me more
Yeah.
of this. Give me, that's all you gotta do. And I won't complain as much. I promise. If you can just give me if you can just give me
Yeah.
characters that interact well with each other and that are believable and make sense to the story, do this. But like we said before, do this earlier. Don't come in episode 6 with this when we could have done this in episode 2. You still could have
Hmm.
got your cold open. You still could have had
Yeah.
that.
Still could
But
add that.
you could have put this here.
Yeah,
Like,
you get the cold open and it's just like, oh, what's that? And then we get here and we're following them. The more and more the show goes on, I was like, at this point, every episode should have been a personal, individual episode where we're getting different versions of what's happening with the beauty. And this person took it in this person. And then at a certain point, we all come together maybe halfway through the season and this is our story. But this just really felt out of order. I was like, this is your folks. You know how many
yeah.
people would see themselves in Clara or Mike? I was like, Mike, you don't even look bad. If you put podcast bros and them TED Talks down, maybe somebody will call you up. Just
It would have
maybe.
been great. Like, I really, really believe that. Like, the all of the things are there, and I love your idea. Like, kind of virtually anthology style, but they're all
Yeah.
working around the same like event, the beauty. That would have been Chef's Kiss. Every episode, we get a fresh perspective, a fresh phase of how they're like The Walking Dead, like they did with the ones, how the series ran concurrently with the other ones. I would have enjoyed
Yeah.
that. That would have
That's
made
what
more
because
sense.
it's already kind of spliced. It's like beautiful patient zero, beautiful chip face, beautiful and it but
Boy, beautiful,
nothing's
yeah.
nothing's coming in beautiful gowns. Nothing's coming together to make any sense. Nothing's coming together. Could you imagine if all of this was happening and we leave Mike and Clara and we cut to a scene and we see Vincent having dinner with his wife and one of his sons storming out and they're just arguing. It's just like, well, hold on, what's going on? I don't know, but Vince is here. Like everything can work, but you have to make it make sense,
Work.
right?
You gotta
It's
work
so
it.
like it's very. I just wonder what like and I don't know how they do shows and stuff now, but I'm like, what did the storyboard look like for you guys to go? This is the order that we wanted to go in because we could have picked any order. None of this is in any particular sequence to where something wouldn't work without the other. It's all over the place.
Mhm.
But getting into the patient zero before we get into actually taking that virus, is Miss Thing here the real patient zero? And have we found her out? I said this is one of those slip through the cracks moments that they would expect like the viewers to not be paying attention to, and then you'll get into the final episode like, we got it under control. The one assassin running around the city killed everybody. We're good. And then you roll up and she's somewhere having smecks with someone talking about, oh my God, my fiance, he doesn't want to be with me anymore. And now I'm just out here freaking the streets and passing the virus around again. Caught you, Ashton. You won't be selling this. Is this the whole like chimp thing? They love a good chimp animal
We
testing
gonna have
moment,
one
don't they?
outbreak. Mhm. I
Every
love that
single
moment.
moment, I automatically go to 28 days later every time they do it. But is this the real patient zero? Will this affect the storyline? Actually, will we forget about it? Because she does get bit and we don't revisit it.
Absolutely, absolutely. No, they don't really know about her. Like she says, if I go back
Mm.
in there, I'm going to burn it all down. She's disgruntled. She left after her chimp that she's been raising this whole life is infected, and so now, and I mean, it's confirmed in the end when Ashton is sending Anthony Ramos's character to eliminate Mike because, yeah, that's the person who stole it. That's the person who did my supply and did all of those things. There's no mention of her.
Yeah.
So now she's within the time frame, I'm sure. That's the stable
Mhm.
one. So I think she has a little bit more time. But I'm
Yeah.
curious. She'll definitely circle back in these 11, 12 episodes we got. But definitely, she is the real patient zero. When she was like, "Oh, I'm just so hot. Like, I just feel," I'm like, "Oh, God, here she goes. I don't feel good." I was like, "Yeah, you got it. You got it, Buki." And she's the real one. Mike just took the rest in his control. But yeah, baby, that wasn't your patient zero. He's not the
Yeah.
first. No,
It's
baby.
just the high techness, the security breaches of it all. Like it's just this easy. There's no protocols in place. Everybody was just passing it around, going in to take it. I'm like, what? Shouldn't this be like in some high secured facility?
You would
I
think
don't
so.
know. I don't
Sheena,
know.
Jen, we don't see her anymore. After Mike talks to her that night after
Mhm.
the lab, we don't see her again. Do we,
Yeah.
Tyra? We don't see
No,
her again the rest of the episode. It's
no,
it. And I
no.
really was surprised at this because remember the doctor had been telling Byron that yeah, nothing's in the same facility. We have everything roped off. Every area deals with everything separately. So I was really confused as to why that
I
wasn't in
think
his solo, secluded,
I
privated,
think Doc was
secure
trying to
access
live,
place.
honestly. I think on
Yeah.
that plane he was trying, or when they got back to whatever facility, his where he went in there and did his two shimmy and his two step. I'm gonna say whatever I need to say in this moment to get away with my life. I'm the only one who can do X month because we don't know anything. All you guys know, you idiot. Once again, you just know what he presented you in that one billionaire room and what he told you. He didn't tell you about like, and it's like, well, yeah, you took it so quickly and shot everybody. I couldn't even get into the side effects. Who gets into side effects after you've already given it to me? What? Do you have a plan, sir? Is something up your sleeve where you maybe he was
I'm
trying to
hoping.
do this and maybe he was trying to sell something on the back end. Well, if you want it stable, if you want to maintain this fountain of youth, only I can provide that. I need X, Y, and Z dollars. Like, what was your plan? Because it couldn't have just been, I'm gonna give it all to you now. Oh man, you messed me up. You shot everybody. So now what? What were you coming there to do? I don't know. Because selling it would have been a big thing, you know, just getting in there and selling it to the highest bidder or whatever. But the money is in maintaining it. Because once we get it and we see how great it is, and it's pretty much a drug along with the virus, I'm not letting this go. How much you need and how often? I, I don't know. I need the doctor to give me a little bit more. But we'll see if we roll back up on Jen. He said, so you don't want to go on a
Hey,
date
we
with
gotta
me?
see
You know?
her. They gotta bring her back, Sheena, at some point. And I want to see who she looked like too. Because I'm always surprised in what the people look like afterwards. I gotta know.
Yet another transformation. I don't want to see no more transformations, honey. I like you said, I really did like the transformation I give a damn about. I like their relationship and it was very sparse, really, really brief. But you can tell that maybe when you break, I break, we're talking. This is beyond work friends. I care about your life. I care about you. If I got the virus, if I got it, you got it. This was the whole reason why he went in there anyway. She's like, this is really for us. Go in there, take a chance. Do you really want to continue on your life being sidestepped? She's like, she was flirting with you. I saw her. Like, she really don't owe you nothing. I'm down here trying to have my little break and have a little TED talk. Because I watch a couple of TED talks myself. We have that in common. But I do have a man. Yeah, let's just avoid all of this. And if I can truly look like the woman I want to be, fine. I was really interested to see where this was going to go with Clara because Clara was in the middle of transitioning. Man, I was hoping Clara was gonna be a man. That boy,
Tyra.
I was, girl. Yeah, I really wanted Clara to be a man. Like, I just wanted to see the devastation. Like, no, I just really wanted to see it because just we really didn't know like where Clara was and how often we were taking them. It just kind of felt like a wish. Like I can only hope that things go the way they're supposed to because I feel like and want to be a woman on the inside that I present as such on the outside when I take it. I just wanted to see it's like baby, we're gonna go off of them hormones and what's taking president. It's a man, Maury. I say, oh no, we gave her wish. That's nice. But I want it to be messy so I could just see it. But like we said, the high facility not so high. I was like, how you just gonna explain away what password can we log into on the back streets of the dark web that gives us some type of eye sensory code to where we can just break into the facility and get the virus in the first place? It was very like step by step. So aren't y'all just lab assistants? Like, what is going on? But we got in there and we got it. As quick as we got it, clearly Ashton knew that we stole it. But baby Mike, wait, it's not so much I'm sick of the transformations because they're all exactly the same. I would love to have different, because this is a body horror. This is that. So if
Mhm.
it could be, different for, oh, well, this person, they looks like this, or at least if it was, if you got it the OG way, when you transform, it's going to look like this. But if it's that, I will say we didn't go through the cocoon
Of
slime
it all.
process with this, so that is different. But the Sia chandelier dancing of it all is still very much the same. But Mike loves this look. We get more mirror, very germy, like, oh my gosh, looking good. I gotta get it over here to my girl. The fact that he went over here first. And once again, is what I'm saying. Everybody still, for the most part, seems to be who they were before they took the virus. That's why I'm like, when does the
Yeah.
rage come in instantly? I think Ryan just had that lady rage out, or out of convenience. The couple people who instantly got the virus and turned into mad dogs, like they had rabies or something. I think it was just to get to whatever point he wanted to. Because if it was all of that, we would have tried to heat the streets. Like, no, first thing I'm gonna do is go over here to Clara. He said, I'm gonna hold your hand through this, beloved. We're gonna be here. If you pass out, I'm gonna be here. When your back cracks and your bones, I'm gonna be here, friend. And of course, we wake up and we look like this. Ashley, how did you feel about this?
Scratched her head while she was ailing. I honestly thought that the rage didn't come till after you were about to explode, when you got hot and couldn't cool down and you were
Yeah,
about to explode. I thought that was at the end of the process, but I don't know,
yeah,
girl. We'll see. Mike was interesting to me because I honestly do think that this was fully for Clara. I don't even know if originally his intent was, even after Clara gave him the pep talk, but this could change your life, Mike. Aren't you tired of being lonely? And I like that they're in two different places in life. I like that Clara's lived her life,
okay.
had a wife, had kids, done all of that, and now just wants to rest in the person that she believes herself to be, her identity. And Mike is like, I just want to live. I just want to have a life. Is there a possibility of me having a life that's not alone here in front of this computer beating my meat? And Clara was sick of having dicks and balls. She's like, I have these ginormous balls and I'm so tired of it. And so I was like, okay, what is he going to do? Initially, I was like, is he going to do it? And when he was like, F it, I was like, okay, here we go. And then we have the obligatory selfie, and I have to look at my abs and my muscles. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
fine now.
And
And that was
shots.
interesting because he didn't have to go right over there to Clara. But I do think that that was a test of their relationship, and the bond that they had. He's like, I'm not going to take all this for myself and not give it to my
Mhm.
girl. And she's the one who told me to do this. And I like kind of the conversation that we have before Clara, because they're even in the moment considering this could give everything that she ever wanted, right? She's still got some trepidation around it. Like, do I really want to do this? Like, but I have to. I have to take this chance for myself. I don't. She's like, I got testosterone and estrogen and this and that. I don't know what I'm gonna turn into, but I'm gonna trust that I'm gonna turn into who I'm supposed to be. And so after the transition and they pop up, I thought it was really neat of Ryan to actually find a transgender actress to play the transitioned version
Mhm.
of Clara. I was like, okay, at least you did that. That was respectful, Ryan. We
You be
appreciate
trying.
that. Uh, but again, it's so short lived because we know as
Yeah.
much as we know now. We can't really be happy for Mike or Clara because
Mhm.
we know what's inevitable. And y'all took it directly from the lab. We know what time it is now. Will Mike get the sole brunt of it? Do they know about Clara? Did Clara walk off the job that day, never to be seen again? Again, Mike is the only one handled at the end of this episode. So I'm really curious if Clara survived some way, um, and what that means. But we know they all have a shelf life,
Yeah.
whether they get taken out by one-eyed Jack or not. We know at a point, right after them days, you're gonna explode. So, but it was fine. I'm glad we
Yeah.
didn't have to watch the primordial ooze of it all this time.
I was just happy that this wasn't a sexual relationship. I was like, please, because
I thought it was going
he makes
there.
me so nervous,
Didn't
because
he look?
once you transition, you're naked. I'm like, can we
When
please
he looked
not have
over and was
sex
like,
with
"Yeah,
Clara?
girl," I was like, "Oh, they finna hunch." I felt it, but I'm glad they restrained
I'm
themselves
so
because I
glad.
really thought they were about to hunch. I
I
did.
was so glad. Like, oh my gosh. I was really because we do have that comment early, like, well, hey, if and when I transition and you still looking, you could just date me. If I was Jen 2.0 type energy. It's just like, well, no. I was like, let's not do that. I like that it was just grounded in friendship. And this was once again something that I would have loved to follow, to see them kind of bask in what it looks like to have the virus and have it kind of snatched back, but we couldn't even get that journey. That would have went well to have this in the first episode, because then we could have followed them, and
Yeah.
got our little hearts broken. But before we could blink, oh, this is episode 1. Oh,
Yeah, we got it.
oh, oh, okay.
Oh, so was that Clara? Was Clara the model? Did Clara get taken out in episode one?
No, 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 no,
Oh,
no.
okay.
I just put Clara here because there's a question of where is she, or what is she doing now? How is she feeling? Like, what's going to happen with that? Um, the fact that we took Mike out episode 1, and it's like, yeah, aha, got you there. Remember that random person we took out on the street? It was Mike. I mean, all right, but well, the order is just so off. Why would you build something up and then take it away? It's just so bad. It would have hit even harder if this was Mike that we had been following since episode 1, and now we're finally built up the courage and we got this virus. And not only did we get it for ourselves, but we got it for our bestie Clara, and now we look so great and we're exploring, the Italy streets. And oh my God, no, we can't. Oh my God, no, right now.
No, it don't mean nothing to us.
we
We
are
we
we
don't
already
have nothing.
we already saw it. We already saw him get taken out. Now, in the beginning, of course, we just thought like, okay, this is the assassin and this is what he does. He's collecting bodies. But we get the call from, of course, Byron, and him just this was the start of him trying to do damage control. I was like, Anthony Ramos, this is the easiest check you ever got, bro. At this
Ever.
point, the way Anthony just shows up and walks in the scene, Anthony just the way it's just like, yeah, I was this close. I could have got you then, but I made my way up to your apartment and I didn't know it was you. He, they're not doing anything with him. They're not doing anything with Anthony or anything with Jeremy. Why? Why would you waste them for X amount of episodes? What's up with that? Are these little glorified cameos that are happening? I don't know. But I guess we could maybe try to take something away that they didn't get Clara, and we can think about where she is and what's going to happen to her. Ashley.
The stakes weren't high enough. We need, and again, in a series that's going to be as long as this one is, 11 episodes. We're not used to 11 episode seasons these days. We had the time, the space, and the opportunity to grow with them, especially since they had to know that this was going to connect or resonate with the audience. This was
Yeah.
probably one of the better friendship dynamics that we've seen on the show thus far. I honestly would have rather followed Clara and Mike than Jordan and Cooper.
Yeah.
Honestly, if we're doing that. And I do think we would have had way more emotional payoff if we got to see their wins and their losses over
Mhm.
these 2 years instead of, okay, they took the injection. Fast forward 2 years, that was him. He got it on the streets. That remember? No, because we still aren't invested enough. It didn't do enough in the 5-10 minutes that we were with these two to make us feel anything. Now, again, Clara is still out there, allegedly, but for how much longer?
How
It's
long?
already
I was
been
going to
two
say
years.
that.
So,
I
and
don't
I
think.
think at this point, if they try to do a flashback, like you're retreading, like it's just feeling redundant and lazy at that point. So I don't think there's much we can do with them. I don't, unless we're just gonna see her explode. Because
I think that's the detriment to the show. Um, they don't think that they have to put stock here because there is a shelf life. Like, what is 2 years? It's a whole lot. Y'all have not went beyond 2 to 3 years in the whole show so far. It's not like it's some grandiose, like, well, we got to go back or we got to go retread. No, you could have started here and we could have just went on a plain 2 to 3 year journey and met back up with Byron, the mad billionaire, to see what's going on and how he's trying to implement whatever, and this is getting out of his control, and maybe he's descending and physically getting impaired in some way because you're not responding to whatever is supposed to sustain this. It's just like, no, we're just gonna give it to you and take it away. All right. All right. Guess we'll wait and see if Clara pops up. Oh no, child. But that was it for the most part. Y'all, it's not enough happening in these episodes for me to want to come back and talk about it. Now, I I'm I am really trying. And I know when something's clicking or what I have to work with based on how many slides I have. It has been a stretch to have this many slides. And we only had this many because Claire and Mike was here. Unless they do something miraculous that I feel like we need to talk about episode 7, I really don't care to return at this moment and talk about it. Ashley?
Care to return? You know, I don't. I would have DNF'd this a long time ago. Dominique, I have never seen American Pie.
Oh,
But they
Mike.
say Mike is the guy who slept
Yeah.
with Stiffer's mom.
Yeah. The weird American Pie is it's very dated now. I don't want to see American
Yeah,
Pie.
I don't think I've ever watched
um
American Pie.
I'm trying to say don't give up on it. Baby, it's giving up on itself. Like we need something to talk about. There's not even like it's one thing about engagements and running up a check or something. There's nothing to talk about. I can't stay within this 2 year time frame any longer. I just don't know, and as far as predictions, because I don't really watch the promos and stuff because I don't want to spoil anything. But what are we gonna do? Get over there with Cooper and Jordan
Yeah.
and re-follow up? It's just like we're still not. I'm not even like 100% invested in what they have going on or them getting a cure or whatever. Like something really good has to happen next episode for me to come back here. I've tried. I tried. Ashley,
Yeah, no, you know I got it to do. It's on you. You're the reason. You are the reason we are
for
watching
the
and
season.
talking about this. And the people, of course, because y'all did come out and comment. Lastly, I've never seen that many comments on a beauty video ever.
Yeah, and that's why I tried because y'all listened last time. I said if y'all ain't running up a check or commenting in those comments about the show or hyping the video, we really don't have no reason to come back. But y'all did. Y'all commented more than usual on the last video, but it's like, damn, we ain't got nothing to talk about.
But everybody in my comments was like, I'm not watching it. I just want y'all to keep watching it so I don't have
Which
to
is
watch
which is wild. Like
it.
can't believe y'all started without me. Yes, Dane, started without you.
And
Same
ended.
time, same place, every single week. I'm not gonna play with you in your schedule. You seem to have all the schedule conflicts in the world for two people who are here all the time, same day, same place. I don't know, but yeah, I'm trying. I think the love story, American love, I think that'll have more going on for you Ryan Murphy lovers. We'll come back and maybe trying to get into that. Maybe that's more palatable for a weekly review. But we're like moving at a snail's pace, which would be fine if there were interesting things going on in the show. It ain't nothing interesting going on, honey. Ashley, anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Oh, don't forget, you guys, tomorrow night we do have a Fine Men
Oh
live.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
So be there or be square. It is going to be a good time. In the Discord tonight, I'll probably be watching The Pit or American Horror Love Story. I think it comes out at 9. I think the first couple episodes. I don't know. We'll
Mhm.
see. But
I'll see y'all. If something jumps out to me or the story progresses, and I don't even want to lie and be like, well, we gonna let it beef up a little bit. We gonna wait to episode 9, 10, and come back with a discussion. I can't promise that.
what do y'all think the show will lead to? A reversal of the beauty? I think a widespread epidemic.
Yeah.
I do. I think it'll be a whole quarantine thing. Like they'll have to contain it on a large scale. I think it'll end up being erupting like that.
Yeah,
Like a
yeah, because it's already like out of control now, and this is just from what we can see via action in our assassin's POV. But like I said, no team is on it. We literally have him running around doing damage control, and that's not enough. I think it's gonna really explode, and more of the focus is gonna be finding a cure because only so many people will know, baby. You know, you got 30 minutes, right? And that's when we really will probably lean into Cooper and uh Jordan. I want to say Jackson every time because hey, we have that. I think it'll get there, but do we have to move so slow getting there?
I
Do
mean,
we
and
do
it
we
could
can
be
we?
cool if there becomes a fringe group of people who want to survive, like survivors of the beauty, or like if Clara were to link up with a Jordan or they've already met or something, that could be kind of interesting, but
Yeah,
it's not going to happen next episode. I guarantee it. I really,
I I want to see dimension. I want to see the people who like just got the beauty and they're still beauty, even though they have that shelf life. And then the other people, like our Ashton, who initially got it, and when you start responding to the little stability shot, what does your de-aging process look like? What does it look like to have that stripped away? Like when is your face gonna melt off? I want to see him lose that, because at this point that's what's really his driving force. Like, oh, I look good. He all in the mirror pinching at that skin, like, oh, I'm a boy. I'm a boy again. Oh, he getting his Pinocchio on. The moment that's snatched, he's gonna lose his mind. But I'm like, do I really want to see Ashton lose his mind? Is he going to really sell it in the way that I need him to? Because so far, I'm not selling nothing you're buying.
maybe he'll de-evolve and Vincent will come back for the other Ashton.
Baby, the billionaire and the beauty. It should have been the wife. We should have just focused on the wife. She would have, because it would have really gave Death Becomes Her. If we could have focused on her and her kind of reverse and playing this role again, and you're handing out the beauty and all, it's like, just give me something. Or if y'all wanted to be cute and put a time limit on things, just if we could have had like test trials, so we could get more of her acting at her current age, or hell, even like Vincent, where it's like trial and error. Okay, we're perfecting the virus, but it's very dark, man, and 12 minutes and 6 hours, whatever, you're gonna go back to your normal self. And we just kind of get to have them playing with what it's like to be young and getting your Cinderella on. Because if you don't have that
That'd be cool.
slipper and your ass in the house at midnight, you're turning
Yeah.
into an old hag again. I don't know, have fun with it. I don't know. But y'all, that was the beauty. Thank you guys so much for watching. I cannot guarantee that we will be here. Be sure to comment. Be sure to comment below. See you next time. Good night, y'all.
Yeah. Good night.